That's right. What's up, everyone? I'm Daniel Herron.
I'm Tyler Abear.
And we welcome you to episode 504 of the official podcast for WrestlingNewsSource.com. For all your information, go to WrestlingNewsSource.com. Check us out on Facebook, WrestlingNewsSource.com. You can find us on Facebook, WNS Podcast, on YouTube, WNS Video, and on iTunes by searching Wrestling News Source Podcast.
We're on Stitcher, Beyond Pod, Player.fm, Satchel, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon Music. Just search Wrestling News Source Podcast.
You can also follow us on Twitter at WNS Podcast. You can follow me on Twitter at DRHPro. You can follow Tyler at Tyler_Abear. We're also on Instagram, Abear_mode.
Yes.
DRH_pro. I'm on Twitch and TikTok at DRHPro, and Tyler is also on TikTok.
Yeah, I'm there.
Kind of.
I'm there. Like,
You're
I'm
there.
there just to watch videos.
Yeah, you got to find him, though.
I have 2 videos.
I'm not telling you
posted.
where to go. You got to find them yourself. Yeah. So welcome to the show. We've got plenty to talk about this week. We're going to talk about Crown Jewel. We're going to talk about Smackdown, AEW Rampage, as well as Dynamite.
Rampage.
Huh?
Rampage.
Yes, and some hot topics as well. But before we get into all that, Tyler, how you doing?
I'm energized with some caffeine.
I can tell as you're stretching and, getting ready to wake up a little bit, I guess.
Not sponsored by Smoothie King.
No? Okay. Well, that's good. It's good to know we're not sponsored by them. So welcome to the show. Got plenty to talk about. I know we are even closer to Papa Abear times 2.
Mm-hmm.
We are on baby watch now, right? Yeah. The bags are packed and ready to go?
For sure. My wife is still thinking that it's going to be still in November. She's going to go this Thursday coming up to her doctor. We're going to get more information because her original due date is the 22nd of November, but in my opinion, I think it's going to be before that.
All right. We'll see. We'll
get
the betting odds going.
Oh, yeah. We got a baby coming along November.
Mm-hmm. Or late October.
That's a possibility.
I'm thinking maybe a Halloween baby.
She doesn't think so.
No.
But we'll see.
Halloween baby.
Yeah. A baby coming. So, gotta see the challenges of having 2 kids now.
Oof.
Especially because I have a 3-year-old, and then now I'm going to have a baby. We're going to see if the 3-year-old gets jealous.
She's going to be a big sister.
Yes.
Is she ready?
She is ready. But, she don't quite understand. So, I asked her the other day, I was like, where's the baby going to come out? And she pointed to the belly button.
So. Well, at least she understands that much. So, very cool. And for those who are listening to the podcast, I am going to try and upload this onto our YouTube channel because we have a very special All Elite crate that just arrived. So, we're going to be opening that on the show as well. So, if you want to see what all we got, then that would be the place to go do it. So,
hell yeah.
I guess we'll save that for kind of close to last.
Okay.
Because we're going to talk about WWE stuff, so it wouldn't make sense for to talk about All Elite Crate first. But yeah, so let's talk a little bit about Crown Jewel. I apologize if I sound a little scatterbrained. I started my new job a couple weeks back, and I'm still trying to get into some kind of a rhythm.
Yeah.
And it's just throwing me off.
Also, your schedule changes too.
Yes. I don't have like a set in stone schedule yet, so it's kind of just a week to week.
So is that
we'll play it by ear.
Eventually going to happen?
Eventually I should have a schedule in play, but what days will I work to be determined. I don't know, cuz I'm on the bottom of the pecking order, so I'm going to have to basically just work whatever they tell me. And unfortunately, it's hindering my ability to watch wrestling live. And I get home from work at 11 p.m. or 11:30,
Yeah.
So then I have to sit through 2 hours of Dynamite and then Roads to the Top. So I'm going to bed at 3 o'clock in the morning, and then so it's I don't know, it's kind of hindering me a little bit.
Hopefully it will
smooth out.
Yes.
Yeah, I hope so. But I did get to watch most of Crown Jewel while at work because, believe it or not, our company was the victim of a cyber attack.
Yeah.
So all of my training has basically been put on hold, so we're kind of just sitting around twiddling.
Is it still locked up?
Yeah.
God.
So we're kind of just sitting around twiddling our thumbs until it's time to
get the big guns in there, man.
This is company wide, like across the nation. So it's down.
I guess some smart and powerful hackers to do that.
Well, yeah, I mean it was basically just a ransomware attack where someone
damn,
somewhere
Steve and HR opened that damn email.
Yeah, they opened the wrong email, and that's where we stand. But yeah, I mean it's no bueno, as some might say. So still waiting for access to all that, but in the process, I can't be trained because we don't have access to the software. So basically, we get to work and we sit around until it's time to do the news, and then we just do it on the fly. Old school style, as some of them are saying. So I was able to watch a good chunk of Crown Jewel. I wasn't able to watch all of it, not to mention that while I'm there, the cell phone signal is atrocious. I get one bar if I'm lucky. So it's kind of hard to keep up, but I was able to watch a good portion of
good chunk of it.
A good portion of Crown Jewel, yeah.
Before you get into the matches, well, I guess this actually pertains to the matches. How was the crowd? Because it seemed like every year they're excited because they only see them once a year. So how
maybe
was
a couple times a year? For the most part, it seemed like the crowd was excited. I mean, they had a lot of kids there, so that's at least some positive.
Was it good, or did they have some weird reactions to certain wrestlers or anything like that, or are they just happy in general?
It's hard to tell because being in the Thunderdome allowed WWE to like learn how to properly fake a crowd noise.
Yeah,
because they did it for so long. So I don't know if it was the Saudi crowd chanting "This is awesome" very loudly at certain parts, or if it was WWE making it seem like it, because it's hard to tell. But not to mention I was watching some of it on my phone.
Yeah,
I couldn't really tell what.
I hope they wouldn't pipe in something for them, but they would do whatever it takes to make it or sound good, I guess.
Oh yeah. Well, it's all a publicity stunt, anyways. So.
I hate it. Like even with live crowds, I hate when they pipe in shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's annoying, but it's they want to put in there what they want. You know what I mean?
That's right.
They don't want it to be organic. They want to control the narrative.
They're gonna do what they want to do, and that's that.
That's them.
So we kick things off. Had a kickoff match. The Usos defeating the Hurt Business. I didn't get to see this, but I'm sure they put on a pretty good match. From what I understand, all of the matches were pretty good. A lot of people were saying that this has been like the best show WWE has put on this year. Just because
this year?
Yeah. Just because like the right people won. Although it was a little predictable, it was still enjoyable. And I didn't get to see it, but the Edge and Seth Rollins match, people are saying like this is 5-star worthy.
From what I read, because I didn't watch it, but they said the Edge versus Seth Rollins was the best match of the night.
Yeah, and I came at the very tail end of that, where Edge got the win.
Yeah.
So was it the best match? I don't know. Couldn't tell you, but I might have to go back and rewatch it just to find out.
The Edge versus Seth Rollins, I think that was the match where, and I can't remember her name, but the referee, the lady referee, and I saw a picture of Edge after that match. They took a picture together, and he just says he's so proud of her, and she's doing good work. And I agree, keep up the good work. And also, that's a big deal for a woman referee in Saudi Arabia to do that, just as, it's a big deal for the Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, Bianca Belair match too, even though they have to wear certain things over there because they can't show their skin, but it's still a big deal. They're all over there, they're kicking ass and doing great work. And doing great work. So
So Edge ended up getting the victory over Seth Rollins in the Hell in a Cell match. And again, I'll probably have to go back one day and watch it to see if it does live up to that 5-star rating. After that, we got to see Mansoor versus Mustafa Ali, and this was another. Like I'm gonna probably say this a lot. It was a pretty good match.
I thought you were gonna say it's predictable. I thought you were gonna say that too.
It is predictable.
Everything on here, if you, because I'm looking at the results, everything is predictable. But I'm gonna be honest with you. From what I've been watching, I'm starting to like Mansoor more.
Yeah, and it's good to see him actually being used as opposed to just for the Crown Jewel tournament. Because for the Crown Jewel show. Because for the longest time, for what are we going on? 3 years now? Maybe 4 years of them doing this, he would only wrestle at this event.
So I would say he's been on the main roster wrestling in front of the world for like, what, a year and a half?
Close to it, yeah.
But the one thing is that on and off, I kind of like the stuff that he's doing with Ali. But the one thing, I think it was this past week or maybe 2 weeks ago when he snapped on Ali and he gave him his aggression through that promo. I loved it. I really did. So he's growing on me. I like him, and I wish that they would push him more. I mean, I don't think he's going to be a main eventer, but I think, maybe he can get the mid-card title or whatever.
Yeah.
I do enjoy him, but in the same breath, it's WWE, and I know they're going to fuck it up.
It'll really depend on where they go after this storyline because they had the rematch on SmackDown. Mansoor won again, so it's like, okay, well, where do we go after this?
Yeah,
that's gonna be the turning point because a lot of times they split up these teams. They have their one off. Sometimes they don't even have their one off. Looking at you, Heavy Machinery, and then they just disappear.
True.
Then they end up in some random tag team with someone else, and then they're doing whatever backstage, and then they're not seen ever again.
But in my opinion, okay, so what year are we on with this deal with Saudi Arabia?
I don't know.
3rd, 4th?
Somewhere around there.
And they did a 7-year?
It's a 10-year deal.
10-year deal? Okay. In my opinion, this is what I think. I don't think they're going to fuck him up. Just because they have this deal with Saudi Arabia and that's their home guy, that's their guy. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They push him over at Saudi Arabia, but like, I don't know. Do you think that they would chance like fucking him up? Okay, what I'm trying to say is, you think he's tied into this, this Saudi Arabia deal, and if we fuck him up, I think that the Saudi Arabia people will will get
turn
mad.
On WWE.
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible.
Is that a thing?
I think they'll probably book him very cautiously.
Yeah.
Like I said, for the longest time, he wasn't even on programming.
Yeah.
Which brings me back to the question, like, what do they show in Saudi Arabia when the women normally wrestle? Like, do they allow those matches? Like, is it we give you like bits and pieces, or like what do they show?
That's actually a good point, because so
like,
did you watch the women's match?
Yeah.
On there? Were they cheering, booing? What were they doing?
Yeah, I mean, they were cheering, and there were, like I said, there were a lot of kids there.
They would have to watch it to know who these people are.
You would have to know who they are. So it's like, you're obviously okay with them on television dressing this way. So why would you not be accepting of them dressing that way to perform for you? It's kind of like I don't know. It's a cultural thing. So I'm not of the culture, so I can't tell you. But that it's just something that goes in my head. It's like, okay, so they're obviously aware of WWE. So does that mean they're aware of the female competitors and what they wear to the ring? Because if they're having to make all these changes...
Good thing they didn't have Eva Marie.
Yeah?
Oh, well, I mean, it's the stuff that she wears.
Yeah. Well,
you know what I mean?
But
they wouldn't allow that.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah, they're making them come out in a t-shirt and, to the wrist and ankles and black.
That's just weird, man.
It's strange.
It's very strange. Yeah. So, because I didn't really watch the stuff, did any guys come out in trunks Like,
yeah, they came out in their normal wrestling gear, and that's why I was like, this is so it's so bizarre when they put on these shows.
Yeah.
Like, again, I know it's a cultural thing that, you know, it's going according to their beliefs and they're trying to be respectful of that. But on the other hand, it's like, you know what we're about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah.
did they show? That's what I'm saying. Like, did they show something else when the women's matches occur or something? Because it's like you're aware of these female wrestlers.
Wouldn't it be weird if they had like a warning before the match?
See, and that's the I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some research on that.
I don't know. Maybe what I just said is stupid. And I don't know anything about that situation. I don't know what they.
I don't want to come off as like insensitive. Yeah, but I don't want to either. I'm genuinely curious.
Yes, we are.
Like, okay, you know, we know who these people are. You know, it's like whenever you have like a musical act.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you don't go to like a Slipknot concert expecting acoustic guitar and you have certain expectations.
I get you. Yeah.
You know, you expect the full mask and jumpsuits and all that.
I hope he takes his mask off and he's sitting on a chair and just plays an acoustic version. Yeah.
Which he very well could. You know, they could do an acoustic version of one of their songs. That's totally fine. But it's not what you're used to.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like if they come in wearing like I don't know.
Keep the blood on you. Just take off the mask.
If they come walking in a hot dog costume or something, you know, it's just going to be very strange.
God.
It's like,
but yeah,
what?
But if anyone knows, let us know. But we'll try to do research.
I might go to Reddit and see if I can find an answer there.
Yeah.
After that, we got to see RK Bro going up against AJ Styles and Omos.
Riddle coming out on a camel, huh?
He sure did. Yeah.
Awesome.
And you know what he named the camel,
No.
Bro? He called him Scooter. So he came in on a scooter.
Cool.
That's legit, by the way. Look it up.
Oh my gosh.
So RK Bro ended up getting the victory over AJ Styles and Omos. We got to see the Queen's Crown Tournament Finals, which I don't know if you've been paying attention, but there has been a lot of backlash about this tournament.
Why?
The short time frame that these matches are occurring. I believe last week on Smackdown, the total combined match length for the semifinals was the same amount of time that it takes for Roman Reigns to do his entrance, which is like 3.5 minutes. So they had like 2 matches in the same amount of time.
Why?
I don't know.
They're not showing the importance of this? Like, okay, you just had this. You want to do the Queen Crowns tournament, like the King of the Ring.
Yes.
And you don't even treat it with respect.
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, for years, King of the Ring hasn't been treated with respect
at
all.
That is true.
So why would the Queen's crown be any different?
Well, you would expect.
When
they have the King of the Ring matches on SmackDown and they're going 12, 15, 18 minutes, and then you have the women's matches be 1, 2, or 3 minutes. It's just a little disrespectful there.
I totally agree, but I didn't think this was going to be. Well, I didn't think it was going to be that quick and that, but I didn't think it was going to be something because how they've been treating King of the Ring.
Mm-hmm.
But it's sad to see.
It is sad to see, and this match was very short. Now a lot of people are praising it because the quote right person won in Zelina Vega, but the match itself was very short. So it's kind of like, you hype it up. This is your first ever tournament, and you treat it like this.
I'll jump.
Like, I feel like we've taken a step back.
Oh yeah, no,
in the women's wrestling.
For sure.
Huge step back.
Is Stephanie still in charge of all this stuff, or she was never really in charge of it?
She was never in charge of that.
Yeesh.
Let's be honest.
Well, I don't know. So
there's one person in charge of what's happening in WWE.
Vince.
That is correct.
And his stooge.
Yes.
What's his name? Dunn?
Bruce?
Kevin?
Pritchard?
He's
got a couple stooges.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just, I know I'm a broken record, and I just run this shit into the ground. But there's so much things that WWE does that's just annoying, and it's just over the years, it's just, well, it's just driving me away. But I'm not going away from WWE as much as I'm like, fuck this. Well, kind of I am, because if I'm watching it, I go to my phone.
Yeah.
But it's just sad to see, because remember the women's revolution? We had from that, it wasn't that long ago, that, and like, oh, we're snatching up all these people. We got NXT UK. We're going to do the NXT Japan, which just folded. All this stuff. We have 205 Live. Yep. We have all this, and it was so promising. And now we have, I don't know what you would call it. It's just
splatter paint.
The wrestlers are doing what they
Watercolor.
can to make things good, but it's not the wrestler's fault.
Yeah.
It's not. Sorry, John Cena, but it's not the wrestler's fault.
You're never going to let him live that down.
No, I'm not. Ever. I don't know, man. It's just so sad, and hopefully it will change in the next 20 years.
Yeah.
For sure. Maybe sooner.
I hope sooner, because,
well,
man,
I don't want to say what that means and what has to happen for it to change.
Vince has to die.
That's it.
Or step down.
He's not going to step down.
He's not going to step down.
Unless he gets, some company's going to come in like, hey, we're going to give you millions of dollars or billions of dollars.
Millions of dollars. Making moves,
So,
making million
because I
dollar
think
moves.
things are, well, we do not know what's going to happen now. Say if Vince does step down, and the rumors or people think that Triple H is not going to get it because of the thing. But what if somehow, some way, Stephanie convinces Vince to give it to her? So it's basically Stephanie and Triple H running it.
I don't see it happening.
Why not?
I just don't. I don't think that. I think after the whole NXT Wednesday Night Wars debacle, I think Triple H is done.
Well, do you think, because even though it's Triple H, do you think that Vince would kind of shun his daughter from it?
Yeah.
I wouldn't. No, I mean, he's just a different dude. I'm like, you know what? I want to keep it in the family. Do you try to keep it in the family? Unless you just want to sell it just for the money. His dad had it. He took over from his dad. Why don't you give it to your daughter or your son? Shane, I don't think Shane wants it.
I think the ship has sailed on keeping stuff like that in the family. I think it's too far gone. Just my humble opinion.
We'll see. In my head,
we will see.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. In my head, I'm still thinking that like he could give it to Stephanie.
Yeah.
And I may be foolish for that.
Yeah.
Because I really want Stephanie to get it so Triple H can get it. So Triple H can run it.
Yeah. That's not going to happen.
God,
Sorry.
he did so good with NXT.
He did.
Even though that he lost to AEW, to me, that doesn't fucking matter. He did great. NXT was the best thing going for WWE for years.
Yeah. And
now
supposedly takeovers are done. Like, they're not doing any more takeovers anymore.
Fuck you. Not you, but him.
That guy.
That guy. Because, dude, you know that they, in NXT right now, they are really promoting the future.
Yeah.
Took Vince to, 10 to 12 years to fucking do that shit. But we will see how it pays off if they really are going to do it. Because
they're going to do it.
North American Championship, they just put it on a 20-year-old. And now, I don't know what Rex Steiner, his age is, or Braun Breaker. Just call him Rex Steiner.
There you go.
I'm hungry. He's going to take the belt off of Ciampa. I just know it. And then you have other young superstars that are in their 20s coming up. So we'll see how that goes.
Yes, time will tell.
Mm-hmm.
But Zelina Vega, going back to Crown Jewel, did end up defeating Doudrop to win the Queen's Crown tournament. That took us to the next match: Bill Goldberg versus Bobby Lashley. No holds barred.
Was his son over there? Bill Goldberg's son?
It was not. No.
Stay in school, kid.
So, and Bill Goldberg did not live up to his promise of killing Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, he let him live.
He did destroy Bobby Lashley, spearing him off the ramp through a table, by God, and getting the win.
Yep.
This was
So how was the crowd on Bill Goldberg? Because I know WWE likes to put legends over there to please the crowd.
Yeah.
Were they into Bill Goldberg?
Well, again, it's hard to tell what's being piped in and what's not. But for the most part, it seemed like the crowd was hot for Goldberg. But Goldberg did end up getting the victory, getting revenge on his son, saying,
And this is the
never
end of it?
mess with my family.
Did he headbutt a door and he was bleeding?
Not this time.
Okay.
I think he refrained from doing that, thankfully. The King of the Ring finals: Finn Balor, Prince Devitt.
I didn't watch this match, but I'm split on this.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I am happy that Xavier Woods won this because apparently this has been a dream of his to win the King of the Ring for years, which is amazing. But King of the Ring doesn't mean shit anymore.
Yeah.
And then also Finn Balor is in the same situation he was in before he moved to NXT.
Yep.
The second time.
Back at it again.
You're not going to get ahead. Where you are right now is where you're going to be. Which is sad.
It is.
Because you remember when he became main champion on Raw and then he had to relinquish it because he got hurt?
Yeah.
Will he become main champion again?
No.
He's on SmackDown now, huh? Or he's on Raw? What do you get?
Well, with the draft, I don't recall.
I think he's on SmackDown now.
I think he was on SmackDown, but I think he's on Raw now.
Oh gosh, shows how much I know.
I mean, we talked about it last week, but the mind is fickle.
No, you're there. You're gonna get some wins. You're gonna put people over. I think Finn is early to mid 30s, maybe. I don't know, but I read an article that WWE knows that they have a problem with like older guys. They have all these older guys and stuff like that. I don't think it's a problem. I mean, because all the guys they got are good.
Do you want more Oldberg?
No, I don't mean it like that. Like what I mean is, they consider old is like early 40s, like AJ, Bobby Roode, people
Randy
like that,
Orton.
Randy Orton. But these days, these superstars, their bodies, not all of them, they can go longer. You know, I still have love for AJ. I still think he's probably at the end of his prime.
Yeah.
But he's still doing great work when they allow him to.
Yeah. Not to say, well.
Yeah, no, wrestling wise, not like storyline wise.
Yeah.
Like he can still do all these awesome moves. Still to this day, in my opinion, he has the best drop kick. Hands down. That's just me.
I don't know. Orton's got a pretty sick drop kick. Well, a standing drop kick, at least.
I got to rewatch it. But I don't know, man. Ziggler, Ziggler's coming into his 40s, early 30s. I don't know. They have a lot of those guys like that, but they can still go.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm going with all this. But
he's 41.
41. Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah, he's in his 40s.
He's older than Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson. How about that?
Wow. The Miz is 41. Yeah, they got a lot of 40-year-olds. AJ's 44. Jeff Hardy's 44.
Yeah.
John Cena's 44?
Finn Balor's 40.
Yeah, they got... What? I didn't think Finn was 40. Holy shit. He must be 40... Fuck. He's 41?
Orton is... Yeah. Orton started very young.
He did.
Yeah. And Roman's
36. Yeah, they do have a problem with that. I don't know all the people that's on the main roster that are like 20s or 30s. Almost is 27.
Yeah.
Don't worry, they're gonna get tired of that guy. Get rid of him. Riddle's 35. But still, where's the early 30? Like, Gargano's he's 33.
He might be out the door.
He may. Well, we don't know for sure.
More than likely.
Do you think so? He should.
He is not going to be able to be called up to the main roster.
Okay, how old is Seth Rollins? Seth should be middle 35.
Yeah.
I mean, those guys, I don't know who's on that roster that's in early 20s, early 30s. You know what I mean? Okay. Humberto
Carrillo
is 26, but
Angel
if he
Garza,
stays,
29.
I heard Angel wants to leave.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not hear that.
I don't know how Humberto, what he wants to do. If they keep Dominic around,
My son Dominic.
I think he's early 20s. I think early or to mid 20. He's early.
Yeah.
Basically mid. But
4.
that's good. That's a good age.
Mid.
What do you think about? What do you say?
They're all mid.
Oh, mid. MJF cracks me the fuck up.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm going with all that shit I just said, but it is what it is.
Big E defeated Drew McIntyre. Becky Lynch defeated Sasha Banks.
Drew McIntyre.
And Bianca Belair to retain the SmackDown Women's Championship. And this actually was a pretty good match. It was a little spotty at times.
Which one?
The triple threat. Becky, Sasha, and Bianca. It was a little spotty, but it was still very enjoyable.
I think I'm sour on this, but it still pisses me off that the whole Bianca Belair thing, that she bust her ass to have the title, and she did great work in those matches before. Then Becky Lynch comes back, beats her in like less than a minute or whatever.
It was like 47 seconds or something like that.
And then they gave her like, what, 1 or 2 rematches, and then she lost the whole time, and then now they shipped her off to Raw. Right? No, it's Becky and Belair. They're both on we established that, right? They're both on the same roster. They're both on Raw.
Yes.
Okay. I keep on forgetting. So I don't know if they're going to continue their feud or whatever, but I get it. Becky Lynch is the big person, she's bad. Let's give her the title, but I don't know. I wanted Bianca to win. I'm just going to be honest with you. That's what I wanted.
Yeah. Well, there's still time. She's very young and can still, grow and learn and become
What's her age,
again.
by the way?
You never ask a question like that. How dare you?
Never asked a woman her age.
It's 32.
That's not bad.
Becky Lynch is 34. Sasha Banks only 29.
Awesome. No, I said awesome. Awesome.
Awesome.
Sorry.
And then the main event, we saw Roman Reigns defeat Brock Lesnar after the ref took a bump and Paul Heyman was conflicted.
I saw that he threw the belt and he was like, you know what to do.
He threw it in the middle of them. Yeah. They were both down. And Brock grabbed the title, but the Usos landed a couple super kicks. Roman ended up getting the victory.
Who's the face and who's the heel in this?
Brock,
feud?
Clearly the face.
Yes.
Were you, quizzing me? Okay. Okay, doke.
Well, he is considered a face, but he's not really the face if you think about it. No, he is. He's not
he's challenging the head of the table.
Yeah, he is, but he's not
he doesn't have to acknowledge
he's not
the
that
crowd.
Type of face where, hey, guy, stuff like that. He's talking to the crowd and getting them pumped up. No, he's just out there to kick your ass, and if he does some heelish things, he does it. You know what I mean? He doesn't care.
Yeah.
So is it kind of like an anti-hero?
No.
Maybe he's not the face I would think he...
I'll tell you this. Take out Brock Lesnar, keep everything you just said, put in The Undertaker. He doesn't ham up the crowd and all that.
Yeah, I got you.
He just goes out there and becomes a badass.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
I got you.
It's just a different type of face. It's not like come on, guys, we got this.
I got you.
Yeah. That's
it takes all three of those guys to try to get Brock down. Brock can just, storyline-wise, can dispose the Usos like that.
Yeah.
He's like a one-man wrecking crew.
One-man wrecking crew.
He is actually Goro from the first Mortal Kombat movie.
That's right. He's just missing a couple arms.
He even did... I don't know if it was that match or I think the last Smackdown I saw in a video when he threw someone, he goes, whoa! He like made like a weird ass noise. I was like, that's Goro. He made that noise in the first Mortal Kombat movie.
Weird noises when he does something strange. But yeah, that happened on Smackdown. God, this was like a 40-minute segment.
What?
It felt like it at least.
Well, I watched it on like Facebook when they like clipped it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I didn't see like the 40 minutes. Good.
Yeah. So Brock came down. Like Roman was cutting a promo. I missed that part. I was at work while all this is happening. So I was catching it here and there. So Brock came down, attacked Roman Reigns, and damn near everyone else who got in the way. He attacked a cameraman, an official, and backstage producer, whatever. And then Roman and the Usos managed to escape. And then Adam Pearce comes out and says, due to the actions of Brock Lesnar, I have no choice but to suspend him indefinitely. Which, how many more times do we have to do this with Brock? Like, just say he's a part-time guy.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to have a reason to take him out of the storyline. Like, we get it. He's a part-timer.
Well...
Like, they always... Like, this is the third time he's been indefinitely suspended.
They're going to keep on doing it because that's what Vince thinks should happen.
Yeah.
But...
They think we forgot.
Is he actually going away for a little bit? Or is they going to continue the feud?
And that's the thing. They'll probably continue it.
That's what I'm thinking.
But they're wanting this to continue to WrestleMania.
Long distance.
Yeah.
And now I read that... Because I read about the Rock thing. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you read that too, because they were eventually going to do... Roman and Rock, but now they don't want to do that in Dallas.
Yeah, they want to do it in Hollywood.
In Los Angeles. That's is that a year?
It's 2 years.
2 years away. That's so long from now. Like,
or a year and a half.
Everyone's getting older. Rock's schedule.
Rock certainly isn't getting younger.
He's not getting younger. He's
getting more muscular though.
Yeah, he's
drinking that tequila.
Dude, he's busting his ass. He's getting older. He's doing like more with the workout routine because he's getting so big for Black Adam.
Yeah.
And like, because they're not giving him that suit. He's like, no, I'll just get buffed up. Like, dude, you're getting older. Why are you doing that shit? Like, you're going to do probably multiple Black Adam stuff with Green Lantern. No, Shazam. Sorry. Shazam and Black Adam. You're going to do probably multiple movies. So it's going to be a fucking challenge to stay in that shape. Look at Batista. He don't want to do Drax anymore.
No, he doesn't.
Because of, trying to stay in that shape. And what? Yeah, Batista's older than him?
Yeah. Older than The Rock.
Yeah, so, but what I'm saying is he's not getting older, and now they're going to push this shit back. And, like, you want to wrestle when you're 50-something, do you want to? I mean, I know Sting doesn't. He's, 60?
61, I think.
But I don't know. We'll see what it is, what's going to happen. They're fickle.
62.
Rock and Roman, I think, is going to happen eventually. I wonder when Rock's going to say, hey,
they might
I'm
bump
done.
that into, like, SummerSlam or something. And like, look, we just need you to be available.
Yeah, like, I don't know. If he does another match, I would say that, like, he can give the rub to Roman. It's like, I'm officially retired from the ring.
Yeah.
Seriously.
That's probably what they're going to do. But speaking of Batista, my wife and I watched Dune.
How was that?
Over the weekend. I thought it was, like, gorgeous. It was a beautiful film. It's a little confusing because I've never read the books and all that. And apparently the book is, like, incredibly thick, and it even has, like, its own encyclopedia because there's, like, that much lore to it.
That's crazy. So, I didn't even know it was a book.
Oh, yeah. And so from what I've read and what I've heard, to oversimplify it to people who are unfamiliar, it's basically similar to Game of Thrones, but on other planets.
Okay.
You know, they're a bunch of warring families fighting over whatever. So that's basically
all I know is this movie has Drax and Aquaman.
It does. Yeah. So visually it is a stunning movie. It's very gorgeous to look at. And it's labeled as part 1. But because of the pandemic, they had to put it, on HBO Max, and it wasn't able to go in theaters. And the director was like very concerned. He's like, "Hey man, like I'm planning on making a sequel to this. Like it's going to show that we're not making that much money, and y'all aren't going to greenlight us to do a sequel because it'd be too costly to make a sequel because not everyone's going to the movie theaters." But luckily, the company that produced it, I think it was Warner Brothers, they came out and said, "Look, we understand the situation. If it does okay in theaters and it does well on HBO Max, we'll greenlight it." And I really hope they do. Like, even my wife was like, "I really hope that they make a sequel." And most of the time, she was confused about what was going on. I was kind of confused, but I was able to catch on some of it. So, but yeah.
Also, was that Isaac guy, the guy who played Apocalypse? He's in there too.
Yeah. He's in there as well. So, worth checking out. Back over to SmackDown. We got to see Drew McIntyre go up against Sami Zayn, who came out with new music.
Wait, who has new music?
Sami Zayn.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Is it bad?
Oh, come on now.
God damn it.
You know that anytime they change music in WWE, it's going to be that stupid, super generic BS. They got to get away from that CFO money music.
Fuck them, dude. That was like one of the theme musics I really liked.
Yeah, and it started out like normal.
That's the whole.
And then it goes, oh. And then it goes and then.
Oh my God, the whole Keith Lee situation. Like, God damn it, Vince, stop ruining shit. Fuck. Pisses me off.
You seem a little frustrated.
Just a little bit.
So
it's just the little things, I guess.
Yeah. God. So Drew ended up defeating Sami Zayn, who also has new music. We got to see the coronation ceremony for King Xavier Woods.
I'm like I said, I'm still proud of him. That's awesome, but at the same time, like, well, hopefully they allow this to be a big thing. You know what I mean? Like going forward with Xavier Woods. I'm really wondering something big.
I'm really wondering if they're going to go to the route of like the power goes to Xavier's head.
Ooh.
Because he kind of hinted at it a little bit at Crown Jewel, where he was like, "This is my crown. I want it. I'm the king." Like, dude, he's going to go like power hungry.
If they turn him heel and stuff, and like maybe show like a new side of him that can like boost his stock.
I think that's what this is going to be.
Dude, I can dig that for sure.
We're talking about SmackDown. There we go. We're talking about SmackDown now. We're on the blue brand now. So
calming,
isn't it? Right?
That blue,
it's pretty
purple.
nice. It's blue.
Okay.
But so the coronation ceremony for Xavier Woods went off. No interruptions. I was surprised.
Awesome. Hopefully,
nice little surprise.
Hopefully they can do something good, because I think, and I don't know this for sure, do they allow Xavier to like do his own promos and kind of trust him?
For the most part.
Because they trusted the New Day with a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
so
for the most part, I think they're still allowed to do that.
Because he's kind of like a guy who draws a lot of money, because he has his YouTube channel, and that's kind of with WWE.
Yeah.
So hopefully.
Up, down.
Yes.
We got to see a rematch from Crown Jewel, Mansoor defeating Mustafa Ali again. So
I say, man, strap a rocket onto Mansoor.
Yeah. Have him challenge Shinsuke for the title or something.
Yeah.
Work his way up. After that, we got to see the debut of Hit Row in SmackDown, going up against the team of Daniel Williams and Dustin Lawyer.
Daniel Williams and Dustin's Lawyer.
Yes. So you tell me who you think won.
I know
you can see it, but
I don't think Dustin's Lawyer won.
Oh man, yeah, Hit Row got the win.
Yep.
After that, we got to see Shinsuke Nakamura going up against Happy Corbin.
Okay, I have not been keeping up with this, but when Happy Corbin first came along, it was awesome. Is it still good?
No.
Not at all?
I don't think so.
I had actually...
It's kind of like, okay, it ran its course. I want bum-ass Corbin back.
I was like, I had
down on his luck.
Low hopes. Well, I actually like Bum Corbin and Happy Corbin.
It was once they added Riddick Moss or whatever his name is now, something Moss.
Rudy Mo.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm surprised that guy didn't get released.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, ever since they kind of added him to the mix, I'm just like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah.
So that was kind of like the main event, but the final segment is apparently causing quite a bit of controversy in the wrestling world.
Okay.
So Charlotte and Becky Lynch were supposed to exchange titles because Becky's going to Raw, Charlotte's coming to SmackDown, and they are, the representatives for those shows.
Yeah.
So, not exactly sure what happened.
What went down?
But Charlotte apparently ruffled some feathers, and I found out about it, and I went back and rewatched it, and Becky Lynch got pissed off at Charlotte.
On camera?
Yeah. Like, you could just see Becky her facial expressions, like, what are you doing?
What caused it?
Charlotte. So Charlotte, at one point, I think, threw one of the belts on the ground, and then she picked it up and went to throw it at Becky or something, and then Becky decided, okay, well, fine, you're gonna act this way, I'm gonna do the same. And so rather than handing the title to Charlotte, she just threw it on the ground.
They both threw it on the ground?
Something like that. I'll have to go back and rewatch it. But yeah, it was very interesting. Apparently, backstage, Charlotte and Becky exchanged a few words, so much so that Charlotte had to be escorted out by security. So
that's weird.
Yeah.
Is Charlotte's stock backstage is going down?
Yeah, apparently it's plummeting because before the draft, people were like, please don't bring Charlotte here.
I'm going to be honest with you, and this is what I want, and you could disagree. I want her to leave WWE.
Yeah.
I really do. Because, and this is probably not a good opinion, probably people will like it or not, I want her in AEW.
Yeah?
I think that would be a fresh, it'd be fresh new matchups, but I think it would bring life into Charlotte. And plus Andrade's over there.
Yeah.
And I
send all hate to Tyler.
No, I think you would get a different Charlotte.
Yeah.
I really do. I really do think that. I think it would be a breath of fresh air. She would do things differently. And yeah, dude, I think if you get DMD and Charlotte maybe together, match, I think that would be awesome.
I think they could put on a good match. I think that the crowd would be very soured
on Charlotte.
Yeah, because if she showed up, they would expect, oh God, she's just gonna run through everybody. She's gonna become the new champ, and then it's just gonna be Charlotte Flair on AEW now.
I would hope not. I would hope that if they do get her, that she would be humbled and come in and help put people over.
Yeah.
But we don't know how she is in general.
Yeah, that's true.
We read things, but we don't really know.
We've interviewed her in the past, and she is a very sweet person. Mm-hmm. Her character, on the other hand, I think it's souring a lot of fans on her right now. So, even if she were to show up in AEW with a different gimmick or a different character, I don't know how well it would take. And let's go ahead and talk about this because I know it's going to be a big thing for you with Cody Rhodes. He's trying to perceive himself as this character, and it's not working with the crowd. I think it's partially in part the fact that his opponent choice is someone in Malachi Black that the crowd wants to see succeed.
Yeah.
And so they feel that if he loses to Cody Rhodes, then it's diminishing his character a little bit.
Okay, so automatically with that feud, Malachi won the first match.
He won the first two matches.
Yeah, but I want to say something before I get to the second one.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm trying to think of the timeline when stuff happened. When did they start booing Cody? Was that in between the first and second match?
They've been booing Cody for a long time.
When was it like for sure? Like, okay, so he lost the first match, right? And then he took his boot off. Yeah. And he said he was going to retire. Yeah. And people were fixed in on that. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, they all loved him. And I think after Malachi hit him and beat him up after that, like, hey, they're going to have to do a rematch. I think he left for a while.
And the crowd loved it.
The Go Big Show or whatever he had to do. He was gone for a little bit, right? And
I know what it was.
I thought that they were going to be behind Cody. Like, don't get me wrong. And I made a mistake in the past, too, of cheering both of teams or people in a match before. But
poor Cole Cabana.
You can do what you want to do. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I try my best to boo the heels. Yeah. Cheer the faces. Yeah. But I show my support. But the stuff with Cody, I kind of think it's kind of like go away heat, which is bad. It is bad because sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say it is bad, but here's my reasoning behind it. Here's my thought process and my take on the whole Cody Rhodes character. First off, his nickname is the American Nightmare. Why would you want to cheer a nightmare? Okay.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. It's a small thing. Mm-hmm. You know, you got Malachi Black, House of Black, and he's anti, you know, he's a bad guy, but the crowd loves him, right? Miro's the same way. They love Miro. I think what it is there are so many people who have come from WWE that the crowd were saying, God, why isn't WWE making these people into stars, right? You know, we've talked ad nauseum about how they blew a chance with Miro, you know, having him lose to John Cena at WrestleMania. Bray Wyatt is another one. Aleister Black, now Malachi Black. You know, these are people that we're like, these people have so much potential that we want to see them succeed. Yeah. And then they get released from WWE. They show up in AEW and they're like, here's their chance. Here's their chance to become this character. I don't feel that the crowd ever felt that for Cody. You know, they were like, he has potential.
But that was a different time, though.
That is very true. Yeah, it was a different time. And I was thinking back on his career, like, what was the most successful point in his career? Was it the dashing Cody Rhodes?
Or Legacy?
Or Legacy? I don't even think it was Legacy because he was in Orton's shadow during that. For me, you know, the top highlights, unfortunately, this is going to sound really stupid, but people might chuckle at this, but the most success that he had was when he grew a mustache. They were chanting Cody's mustache. And then
Stardust.
Yeah, kind of. But then probably the most success he had was whenever he teamed up with his brother and they won the tag titles and Dusty was involved and came out, and it was that feel good moment.
Yeah, you're
right.
But
that was something that involved two other people. That wasn't a Cody thing. So it's like, what's the most successful thing that Cody has done?
Yeah, it was.
Is it Stardust? Is it growing a mustache? Like
the mask? Yeah, it was exactly. Nothing that he did was really, really big.
Exactly, and that's the thing. And you know, this is no disrespect to Cody Rhodes. He is a phenomenal person. He's an amazing talker. Like he gets the crowd back on his side when he gets in front of the microphone. The thing is, I don't know if he's the big star he's trying to perceive to be. Like he's trying to perceive himself as an underdog fighter. Yeah. But I don't know if that's the right role for him. Now he said on the series or season finale of Rose to the Top that he doesn't want to be a heel ever again. But in WWE, that's pretty much a majority of what he was, and he ended up getting over for that.
Yeah.
When you come out as a baby face but mid guy, like, and it goes back to what we've talked about. You know, you have your heel entrance, you have your face entrance, and Cody's coming out of the middle. You know, he's a good guy, but he does bad things in the ring.
Which a lot of the wrestlers do.
And not to mention, we also heard from Brandy, who says she doesn't want to be a good person. She wants to be, quote, that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have someone who's doing bad things in your corner, that sends mixed signals to the crowd.
But that match where she came back out, that was the second match with Malachi Black?
Yeah.
That was understandable just because of all the bad things Malachi did to Cody and his family.
Yeah.
So she can flip him off, and they're booing her for that. No, because they can get away with that because that man did bad things to his family, so they can do it back to him.
In their minds, yes, it is justifiable to try and get their revenge on this guy. It storyline wise, it makes sense to do something like that. However, with the success of Malachi Black, the crowd reaction, this is who they want. This is the person they want to see succeed. Not, it's the Rey Mysterio Royal Rumble debacle. The year that Daniel Bryan was supposed to win.
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio, the biggest baby face probably of all time. The one guy who's like never been a heel unless you count his time in the LWO. The one guy who is like always cheered. They always love him. We love Rey. Gets booed the hell out of the building because he's not this person.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. You put Cody Rhodes against someone who is this person. Mm-hmm. He's going to get booed every time.
It's just crazy because to be honest, I thought it was just that audience. Was it New York or was it?
Yeah, because
I thought it was
Grand
just
Slam.
them. Dude, we've been to. We haven't. We've seen 3 or 4 different shows, different towns. They're all fucking doing it. I'm like, really?
And that's where I think the disconnect for Cody is coming from, because it's not necessarily him.
No.
Like I said, if he gets on the mic, he can have you weeping.
Mm-hmm.
He is that convincing of a talent. It's the choices of who he goes up to, and I know a lot of people are going to say, "Well, he buries talent." No, he does not.
He puts over.
He puts over a lot of people.
A lot of talent, and I do not accept that.
They have had 3 matches, 2 of which Malachi has won.
Yes.
So Malachi wins the series.
I do not accept that. What you just said, I do not accept. Well, he's John Cena. He's gone Hollywood. I don't accept that because, yes, he's done the Big Show, whatever it's called, Big Show.
Yeah.
He's done Arrow in the past. He's not trying to go do movies. He's not trying to do this. He's not Hollywood, so shut the fuck up. He's not a part-timer. Yeah. Yes, if you watch Roast to the Top, he doesn't know what he wants to do. Mm-hmm. Actually, that kind of threw him for a loop if you watched it, the whole booing him when he's trying to do the babyface thing.
I think they kind of tried to tell their own narrative on Roads to the Top a little bit.
I mean, if it's a reality show, they're going to probably
because if you notice, they never even showed the part where Malachi came out and attacked him again. They immediately go back to where they were backstage and hugging and all that.
Yeah,
and they're
so
like, I don't know why they're booing him. I'm like,
so who knows? I guess exactly. I don't know. It may really bother him. It may not. We'll see.
And it very well could. Because, he wants to be the good guy for his daughter. Totally understandable. But when you have this, I think it's also in part due to his entrance. It's a little overdramatic. It's a little over the top. The lights cut out. Wrestling has more than one royal family. It's a little grandiose. I get it. He's rising from the ground and, oh, look at me go. It's not something that people are like, yeah. I think that's a small part of it.
Unless you see it as, I'm rising from the top because look at how I was in WWE and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, because you go back to whenever he smashed the chair with the
throne breaker.
with the sledgehammer, people went nuts for that. So it's not that they hate Cody Rhodes. It's his character is conflicting right now. Because his entrance is over the top and dramatic. He's coming out with Brandy, who is a heel, who does heelish things in his match, gets in the ring and taunts Malachi Black and flips him off. And it's like, you're going after a guy that the crowd has picked as this is our guy.
I see a lot of things on both sides, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and there are.
I'm not just in one lane.
Yeah.
And a lot of the fans are like, boo, because this, boo, like this. Like, I see a lot of different aspects.
A lot of fans will boo because it's the cool thing to do right now. Oh, we all hate Cody Rhodes.
Don't get me wrong. I love Malachi Black.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I think it's awesome.
And that's the thing. Like, the fans have announced Malachi Black, he's one of ours.
Mm-hmm.
He is our guy. Yeah. Don't screw him up because the other company did that. And we don't want to see that happen to here.
And because I know they're confused and they're fickle at times too, but the fans. But okay, so now they're integrating the whole Andrade and Pac stuff with the Malachi Black and Cody. So part of that match at the end of, what was it, Cody and Malachi. So they're all coming out and doing their thing. And sorry, I'm jumping way ahead. What was it? So Arn was in there, and he did a spine buster to Andrade's guy.
Yeah. Spine on the pine.
So then he goes up to Malachi Black. Malachi Black does the miss to his face, and were people cheering that?
Yeah.
It sounded like people were cheering it because people were, to me, in the past, people were behind Arn with his gun, like doing the tough love to Cody. Yeah, doing the tough love to Cody. And then like, maybe it was kind of too fast.
I think it might have been more of an kind of thing.
Well,
okay.
He got I wasn't for sure. I thought they were cheering, but like, because they're trying to, the past few weeks, toughen up Cody, like the whole, whatever his group's called, I forgot. Nightmare Factory, like toughen up Cody is like his students, and Arn like, you need to be tougher, and Cody was, and they were trying to get the storyline, but it's still not enough.
Yeah,
still wasn't enough, and maybe I'm wrong, and you're right, but I took him as they were cheering that Arn got spit in the face. I'm like, y'all are fucking fickle, and that's why I took it, and it pissed me off, and it's just, it is what it is, because, and maybe I'm wrong, but I'm so nervous, different aspects. What could happen in AEW to taint AEW? You know what I mean? Like, I'm afraid we're gonna get fickle and rancid fans.
I think it was more the fans were popping because they got to see Arn Anderson do the spine buster. They were cheering wildly for that. Then he immediately turns around and gets the mist to the face, so they're like,
I hope it's that.
I would be willing to bet. I don't think too many people would be happy to see Arn Anderson get the mist in the face, because especially like you said with the Glock thing, get the Glock and all that.
Yeah.
That's a very popular thing right now. So I don't think they would have. I
just think
I might be wrong.
They're gonna have to find a new pathway for Cody, and I feel like they're gonna have to recalibrate the fans. With certain
I don't think they have to recalibrate the fans. I think Cody just needs to pay attention to how they're responding to what he does. Because in the ring, he's okay. On the mic, he's outstanding. It's just a matter of, all right, who would make sense for me to go up against? I can't talk. Before this feud, okay, or when the feud first started, did you call this in your head that they were going to turn on Cody? Could you see this? Yeah, absolutely.
You did?
I could have, yeah.
I didn't.
If you would have asked me weeks ago, like, hey, how's the crowd going to be? I'm gonna like, they're solidly behind Malachi Black.
Like, I know that.
From the day the lights went out and he showed up, they were behind him.
And I get that. I'm behind Malachi Black, but like, the face and heel dynamic and stuff for the most part. But also, Malachi Black wasn't doing stuff to piss the crowd off. If you think about it, he was doing heel things. Well, it depends how you take it, because he was beating up the family of. Or
he beat up Arn, and then he went after the other wrestlers.
But they weren't booing him though.
Exactly.
Because of it.
Exactly, because it's like, oh my God, we get the version of Aleister Black that we wanted.
Yeah. That
we had hoped for, and that's the thing.
That's a tough line to walk, though. Can you like?
It is.
It's a tough line. Like, I'm gonna boo him because you did this to Arn, but at the same time, I'm excited.
And I think I think that's a little bit of where the disconnect is. A lot of wrestling fans today they don't necessarily go along with the storyline of good guy versus bad guy anymore. It's who do I like?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I like Bryan Danielson. He's one of the best wrestlers out there, and he's a really good guy. I really like Malachi Black, but he's a guy who does bad things, but he's badass.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
it's a hard line to walk, and I hope that they can change Cody to either, if he's going to do the heel thing where he can get properly booed, but like, I don't want go away heat for him. I really don't.
Yeah.
I either want like boo because you did something bad, or like somehow turn into where he's still good and they like him. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just a hard thing, and I'm not gonna lie, it pissed me off. It pissed me off like majorly.
Yeah.
And it has been pissing me off. I don't know, man. I don't want toxic stuff.
No, and
I just don't.
You know, you're gonna get that wherever. Yeah. But you know, like I said, the second that the lights came on and Malachi Black was standing there, the crowd acknowledged, this is our guy. This is what we wanted in WWE. This is what we wanted for this guy.
Yeah.
We don't want to see that ruined. Mm-hmm. Same with Miro. The way that he has evolved his character is outstanding. The video packages they did on Dynamite talking about, God, where are you? Like, I was your favorite, and because I lost, you're not responding to me anymore. You don't call to me anymore. Well, I'm going to make you call to me. I'm going to make you come back to me. Like, the video packages for Miro are out of this world.
Yes.
Character development, it is incredible, and I want more of that. And if you have him go out there and lose next week, just because, it diminishes that.
Yeah, for sure.
So it has nothing to do with who he's going up against. You know, it could be anybody. If the crowd decides Miro's our guy, whoever he goes up against, hey, you know, nothing against you. We don't want you.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where they are with, I think that's where they are with Malachi Black. Doesn't matter who you're going up against. I'm sorry. We don't want you, Cody. We want Malachi.
Just like, I wasn't paying attention to the boos or cheers, but like when he beat up Dante Martin, how was that? Aleister Black.
I mean, the crowd was behind Aleister Black. It's one of those where it's like you have to be able to read the room, because how many times has John Cena gone into a match where the crowd was solidly behind a heel, and John Cena kind of tweaked his style. He wrestled a little more aggressively. He was a little more short-tempered with the referee. You know, it's knowing how the crowd is responding to you. And I think with Cody Rhodes coming out of the center, he's the perfect tweener. He can work wherever he needs to. Well, because if you go back and watch some of his matches, he does a lot of shady stuff.
Fuck, if you're gonna say that, I mean, I know they're heels now, but Young Bucks, when they're faces, they were all the elite. When they were faces, they were fucking doing tweener shit.
Exactly.
But they weren't booing.
And now they're heels, but they're doing stuff that gets positive reactions from the crowd. They're doing the kisses and
fucking confusing.
Yeah. So it's more of I think it's more of a cheer who you like, boo who you don't, and
maybe
you decide.
It shouldn't bother me as much.
I mean, it's okay for it to bother you because
I don't want it to.
Yeah.
I don't want it to.
I know, and that's understandable.
I think I'm just so passionate with wrestling, and like, hey, don't get me wrong.
AEW has rejuvenated your passion for wrestling.
Because if this shit happens with WWE, I'm like, I will talk about it, but I wouldn't feel as passionate. Yeah. I do. And I'm not a person who like super loves Cody either. Yeah. Like, I appreciate certain things that he does, but like, is he the best of this or this? No. Yes. I don't know. Yeah. It's a weird thing, but at the same time, if I'm thinking about it, it's cool to have this passion back.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, how would you feel if like Anthony Ogogo walked out onto Dynamite next week and beat CM Punk in 3 minutes, made him tap out?
I'd be a little weird, but at the same time, it's like, awesome. Just because
I took the different response.
No, because I'm like, okay, well, first of all,
or
if he came
Bryan
out nowhere,
Danielson.
If he lost to Anthony Ogogo,
yeah, made him tap out or something,
I would feel differently.
Yeah, just because he's your guy.
Well, no, just because they're telling two different things with Bryan and Punk.
Yeah.
Bryan is on top of his game, and he's giving the best matches of his life right now. Punk is doing good stuff, but at the same time, he's trying to put people over. So him losing to Anthony Ogogo, I'm like, but at the same time, I kind of get it.
Yeah.
But if he lost to Anthony Ogogo in 3 minutes or 3 seconds, whatever, for Danielson, that wouldn't make sense. In my opinion.
Yeah. I was just trying to compare. That was, I guess, a bad comparison. But, I was trying to say, like,
I get you.
If a guy that it's one of your guys, like, loses to somebody or something, would you have a different response? And then they're like, why are you booing me? It's kind of.
I got you.
But, yeah. Anyways, AEW Rampage. I didn't get to see the first 2 matches. I did get watch the final one. Orange Cassidy defeats Powerhouse Hobbs to advance in the World Title Elimination Tournament. After that, Dr. Britt Baker defeated Anna Jay via submission.
Via satellite.
Via satellite, yes. It was broadcast live. Anyways, main event, outstanding match once again. Pac versus Andrade. Really good stuff between these two once again. Pac getting the win.
But then you had the stuff with
Pac.
Arn coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Then try to shoot him with
Glock Arn.
his handgun.
That's right. Finger gun.
Cody coming out and who did he attack?
Malachi.
Derp.
Yeah.
I just went blank.
Oh yeah, because the lights went out as soon as the match was over. Malachi.
But
appeared in the
I
ring.
don't remember certain things. How was the crowd when Cody hit both of those?
I think a little bit of mixed.
Were they?
Yeah. More positive than anything.
What town were they in?
It was in Miami because they filmed that was a taped episode.
Okay,
of
where were they
Rampage.
at this Dynamite?
They were in Orlando. So not too far.
Okay.
So AEW Dynamite. Let me switch over. More of maybe a gold, I guess.
Oh.
A gold brand. Yeah. Yeah.
Boom.
First match. What do you know? Another Bryan Danielson match. Another excellent match.
Yes, and
going up against Dustin Rhodes.
He changes up his stuff every time to fit the match, and apparently I did not know this, but is this their first time to ever have a match? I don't know about WWE.
I was about to say they may have faced each other once in WWE.
I do not
at
know,
some point.
But it was a great,
right?
Yeah, it was a great match for sure. It was, Dustin was a little slow at first, but I think that's the story that they were trying to tell. And he got mad because he was putting him in holds and stuff. He's like, "Get away from me!"
Yeah, little twerp, get away. Back
up. It was really fun, and
another really good match.
Danielson's just having fun, dude.
He is firing on all cylinders.
I love this strategy that AEW's doing. Put on a hell of a match at the beginning, hell of a match at the end.
Yeah, start strong, end strong.
Yes, I love it. Does WWE do that? Nope.
Start with a 15-minute promo, end with a 30-minute promo. Or vice versa in this game.
Put that on a shirt, please.
There you go. Start with a promo. After that, we got another. Can Tony Schiavone just be able to do one interview? My God.
That's the story they're trying to tell.
Interrupted.
Always get interrupted. Do I like it?
Sting
not all
cannot
the time.
talk.
No.
He is not allowed to talk, apparently.
Oh.
He got interrupted by MJF, who then attacked Sting with Sean Spears helping. There was a later on backstage segment where MJF was taunting Darby Allin.
But there's a story that they're trying to tell, and he even mentioned it in the Barstool interview with MJF. I think they're about to have a feud or boot Wardlow.
Yeah.
Which actually
it's been a very, very, very slow burn on that.
Yes. Like, is this going to be the end of the Pinnacle? Because we talked about last week, they're not really doing too much with the Pinnacle.
Yeah, same with Inner Circle.
Yeah. But
which, again, we talked about this last week about why even have the match to, like, disband the Inner Circle if you're just going to have them go their separate ways the very next week.
They're going to have another stipulation.
They're doing it again.
Whatever. I mean, it doesn't 100% bother me, but at the same time, like, what?
It's kind of just like, you guys just did this.
Yeah. But Also, we looked up a while back. Wardlow's not young. He's not. I think he's late 30s. So they always or no, he's early 30s. Okay, never mind. I was wrong. So shit.
He's older than MJF though.
Oh, so I mean, he still has time. I'm thinking he's like 38, 39. No, so he still has time to put a rocket to his back and, do good shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They're gonna turn him face.
Maybe.
We'll see what happens. Powerhouse Hobbs is what? Oh, he's 30. Awesome.
He's got a bright future ahead of him as well.
Oh, for sure, man.
Again, I
love Hobbs.
I'll give MJF a lot of praise here. That promo he did a couple weeks back where he talked about the four pillars, that was outstanding.
Oh yeah, man.
Like that is an FU to any AEW hater who's like they're just booking all these.
You can't say it.
They're just booking all these WWE guys. It's like they have their next wave of like main event stars.
They are utilizing past, present, and future.
Yeah.
So if you say shit against it, fuck you, because they are. No, because they really are showing that they can utilize all of them.
Mm-hmm.
You have nothing to say. You know what I mean?
I mean, at this point, you're kind of just hating just to hate.
Yeah, I mean, you can
again,
say it,
it's kind of like booing Cody Rhodes. You're doing it because it's a cool thing to do, but it's like, is it justified though? I don't think so. But hey, that's just me. We got to see Ruby Soho defeat Penelope Ford to advance in the AEW Women's TBS title tournament.
Yes.
Oh, that's a lot. That's a mouthful. AEW Women's
so
TBS
they
title
are going to be on TBS after the new year?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
because
Rampage will still be on TNT.
TNT
Dynamite will be on
acquiring
TBS.
NHL, right?
Yeah.
And that time slot's going to be for them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Then we got to see Bobby Fish go up against Anthony Green.
Which they've been using Anthony Green on Dark.
Yeah.
I don't think he's signed to the roster.
Probably not. And this felt like a dark match. It was a very quick match. Bobby Fish got the win. The story they're telling isn't in the match. It was after the match because after the bell, Bobby Fish decides to continue attacking. CM Punk making the save.
I think. Okay, so is this like Fish's second or third Dynamite?
Something like that. Yeah.
Actually, I mean, I love how technical he is and stuff. I know he's an older guy, but I like how technical he is and stuff. Then plus, to be honest with you, I think Punk and Fish are around the same age.
Yeah.
And dude, I love it how they're gonna now have a match together. It's gonna be awesome. We're looking at the age right now, or he's looking it up. 44 is Bobby Fish. CM Punk is 42, so they're 42. Around the same age. Even though Punk is younger by 2 years.
He's a little grayer, though.
He's a little grayer, yeah.
Man, that beard.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. I mean, hey, I know I'm 33, but I'm getting some grays in my hair.
Yeah.
And even my beard. You can't tell a lot in my beard right now, but my hair, yeah.
Papa Bear, you're going to have that salt and pepper hair.
Yeah, and I will not color it.
Good.
All black, because I'm not that type.
There you go. Rock it.
Yes.
You can go full gray and be Quicksilver.
Ooh.
See? You foxy, you silver fox.
Ralph Boner.
Yeah.
That's who it is, right?
Totally.
Ralph. So no, I'm actually looking forward to this. I want to say this real quick. And I scour the internet every day about wrestling news.
Yeah.
So I can stay away from political shit.
Seek it out.
Yeah. So I can stay away from political shit. But this is a negative thing because I don't like it. Conan and his podcast was kind of bashing on CM Punk, saying that, you need eyes on this product. It's like, you need to go after the top guys, not, it's like, I get what you're doing, but doing all these, like, these young guys that are not at the top, it's like, why are you doing this? Dude, Punk's having fun. He's calling the shots, doing what he wants. If he wants to wrestle the top guy, young guys, or who he wants, let him. Dude, Bryan Danielson's wrestling the top people. He's wrestling like physical style.
Yeah.
Let that be Danielson's role. You know, Punk is happy. We never get to see Punk happy. Let him do his shit, man. Like, let him love professional wrestling and just wrestle who he wants to wrestle.
Yeah.
And that's what he was doing right now, and I love it.
And that's it. That's all you need. You know, Bryan Danielson is having the time of his life, putting on some of the best matches of his career.
And he loves that physical style,
Yes.
you know, because he's doing that here in WWE. He had to do the underdog thing. And then just let him do. Come on now.
Yep.
Come on.
After that, we had a scary moment in the Eddie Kingston-Lance Archer match.
Oh, my God.
For the AEW tournament.
These guys have good chemistry. They have been for a while.
Started off really strong.
Yes.
I think I'm pretty sure this match got called early.
Eddie jumped Lance.
Yeah, from behind before the match started. They brawled around the ring. They get into the ring. They continue the brawl. The match starts. Lance Archer did a moonsault and landed just right on the top of his head.
Yeah.
And it was nasty.
I think it was worse than the Brock Lesnar one.
Oh, absolutely. This looked so painful.
I didn't know what they were going to do because I was like, okay, because Daryl was there, and when stuff like that happens, she avoids it, even though they're doing a replay 2 or 3 times. And I was watching it, and I was like, okay, did he get hurt? He must not be hurt too bad because they keep on continuing the match.
Oh, as soon as he hit his head, I was like, he's done.
But they kept on going because I thought they were going to call it, and you know what I mean?
Well,
but they went to the finish, and then after they did the weird finish, I was like, oh, no, he is really hurt.
Yeah. I could tell he was out of it. So he hits his head, lays down flat, then he kind of rolls out of the ring. That was to kind of like gather his thoughts and be like, am I okay?
Yeah.
The ref immediately goes to check on him, dude, are you okay? And you could even tell like in Eddie's face after the match, he was like, oh my God, dude, like this guy might be done. So Archer, being the professional that he is,
Call it, just roll me up.
Yeah, just go to the finish.
Just finish it.
Like you could tell he got in the match. He whispered something to the ref. Ref whispered something to Eddie. I guess he was like, just go into a roll up.
I'm going to be honest, I don't think Eddie was going to win.
No, I don't think so either. I think the better match, no offense to Eddie Kingston, but I think the better match that I would have wanted to see, Lance Archer versus Bryan Danielson.
Yes, that would have been super physical.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, you know, hey, we had to make an adjustment. Archer banged his head. We need to make sure that he's okay. Because damn.
Yeah, what
like, he's going to be lucky if he did not break his neck.
Yeah. God, I hope he's okay. Because, like, he is mid to late 30s, and I know we're talking age on everyone now. We've been talking that. But, like, I've always wanted something big for him in AEW.
Yeah.
Oh, I was wrong. 44.
Yeah.
Sorry. But, man, I just want something. Before he retires, I want him to have a legacy in AEW, you know what I mean? But he did the professional like wrestling thing, and you know, it's like, hey, just roll me up.
Yeah, go home.
Because if you were really like, I mean, he was messed up, but if you were really like where you didn't know what was going on, they would have called it.
Yeah,
there. So he did that, and then fast forward to Rhodes to the top. Oh, I don't know if you want to you read this before I say that.
Yeah, Lance Archer released a statement after Dynamite, giving sort of an update, saying, quote, "We choose to do this and take our health and lives in our hands every night. I've done that move hundreds of times over my career, just under-rotated. Could have been much worse. Thank you to all at AEW for taking amazing care of me and protecting me. I'll be back."
Awesome. Hopefully he's not, like, super hurt. You know what I mean? So he can come back soon. But, yeah, Rhodes to the top, you know, how they like to do, which I think is brilliant, to add more time to Dynamite. Promos from people or interviews, whatever. So Shivani was talking to Kingston and Danielson. You can tell before Kingston even said his words, he's either tired or he was very scared for Archer.
Yeah.
One of those. because Danielson was standing up and Kingston just kind of had his hand on his head and stuff, and no telling what it was. But they had their promo, and I liked it. But basically, Danielson's like, you piss me off because you have so much talent and you don't put in the work. And I forgot what did Kingston say?
I don't recall.
Basically, he said he's going to come after you and give you a match, but whatever, I'm not going to listen to this shit. I'm out. Basically that. And to be honest with you, I mean, we know Kingston can step up his game and have good matches, and I think they're going to have a good match.
Oh, they're going to have a great match.
Yes,
it's going to be a very physical match, too.
For sure, and that's what I want. I think even whatever match we got with Danielson and one of these guys, I think it would have been tweaked, but it would still been like very physical.
Yeah. After that, we got to see Ethan Page challenging Sammy Guevara for the TNT title. And again, if Sammy loses, he must leave in
Tell me the stipulation, you fat-faced dipshit.
Lord.
I just want to say this real quick. A lot of people were split on this Dynamite because you had Jericho's cruise going on. So Jericho wasn't there, so we also had a lot of AEW talent not there. Or they did cut promos and stuff to put on Dynamite because I think part of the Dark Order were on the ship.
Join the Dark Order.
Yeah. So you had that. And you had people at Dynamite. And then I don't know how many people. I know just one person. But Christian Cage was at Bound for Glory for Impact.
And the Good Brothers.
So you had people split.
Yep. John Moxley cut a promo talking about how he's planning on winning the tournament. We got to see a quick match between Jungle Boy.
Can I talk about the John Moxley thing real quick? What'd you take out of that promo? Because I was getting vibes where he was like, is he going to hang it up? Is he done? Because he was trying to talk about perspective about, what matters in his life and is stuff worth it? What's worth it in his life? I know this is what I do.
Yeah.
But basically he's saying what matters in his life is his family.
Okay, Dom.
Yeah. So is that what you got out of it? What did you get out of it? I don't understand. I was like, is he going to be done?
I'd have to go back and re-listen to it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's given him a
broken finger.
A new reason to fight,
Maybe that's what the point he was trying to get, but I didn't take it like that. I took it like, what the fuck is he saying? Like the championship doesn't matter. I know he said, he has to get people before they get him so he can make it back to his family.
I gotta win for family.
I don't know.
Kind of like Rocky Balboa.
Tell us your opinion. Put it on our podcast page.
Let us know.
Let us know
in the comment section. Jungle Boy defeated Brandon Cutler in quick fashion and challenged another member of the Elite.
What did JR say? He goes, oh, that's a step up.
Then he challenged any member of the Elite, Super Elite. Adam Cole came out and was the distraction for the Young Bucks to attack him from behind. No Luchasaurus, no Marco Stunt coming out to make the
we know
save.
Marco was on the cruise.
Yeah.
But I don't know about Luchasaurus.
I would probably guess he's on there as well. And no Christian to make the save because he's over at Impact. So he got put through a table, chunked off the ramp and all that. So no bueno.
I know that one of the nights I read that Chris Jericho and Orange Cassidy were going to team up together to fight someone.
Very cool. Maybe they have mimosas afterwards.
Yeah.
That would be their team name.
Oh, yeah.
The Mimosas.
Oh, and also I saw pictures of, so during a concert, I don't know whose concert it was. Maybe Fozzy. It was a stand-up. Maybe it was a stand-up thing. It wasn't Fozzy. Orange Cassidy was on stage. I think, what was that guy's name? Brad something. He's a comedian. I forgot his name.
I don't know.
But he was on stage. I guess Orange Cassidy just do whatever he wants to do.
Just casually walking around.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Orange Cassidy right there. Main event time, Cody Rhodes versus Malachi Black.
Which we talked a little bit about it, but, I do enjoy the whole interaction with the combining of Andrade, Pac, Malachi, and Cody, which they're going to do Andrade and Black versus Pac and Cody eventually. That's what they're going to do. So That's going to be weird. So you're going to have that dynamic where Cody gets in, they're going to boo him. When Pat gets in, they're going to cheer him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to
But he's a bastard.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, because he's a bastard man.
He's a bastard man. Get out of here. You bastard man.
Dennis is a bastard man. And they're going to love him for it.
Yeah.
Darren Tootin.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes ended up getting the victory. We've kind of talked a bit about this match, and like you said, there was a brawl between Andrade and Pac. Arn received the Black Mist. Cody Rhodes received he gave the Crossroads, then pulled Malachi back up, and fans thought he was going to do the pedigree.
Yes, that's what I thought too.
Yeah, so fans were starting to lose their mind for that, and then he went into, I forgot what Tiger Driver?
Yeah.
And ended up getting the victory. So a little more aggression from Cody Rhodes. I thought it was hilarious that Cody kind of rushed to the ring, got ready, the bell rings, he charges at Malachi, and they immediately do collar elbow tie up. Yeah. I'm like, oh man, like no, you need to just go in and start throwing punches.
Yeah, a lot of people are like the ending's like weird and stuff. Like there were certain things that were weird, but I didn't think it was bad.
Yeah, and I know a lot of the crowd, a lot of the fans online at least, were like, why is Cody bleeding?
They said that, I don't know if it was him or Malachi, but they said they saw someone hand him the blade.
Malachi bladed himself when he was underneath the ring.
Yeah.
And then the story reason is that Cody got thrown into the steel post, and that's what cut him open. But everyone's like, he doesn't have to bleed every match. You know, like
he doesn't bleed every match.
I know, but like anytime he's in a big match, he bleeds a lot or whatever. But yeah, so that one more thing for the crowds to try and jump on. But Cody ended up getting the win, and that took us to the end of the show. Pretty good episode of Dynamite once again. I'm looking forward to them being back on Wednesday nights, although I'm not going to be able to watch it live because I'll be stuck at work. Yay me. Yay for jobs.
Yeah.
Going over to some hot topics. We start on a little somber note, a sad note. Jim Ross announced that he is positive with skin cancer on his leg.
And then he posted a picture on Facebook, and you know how like Facebook will pop something like, hey, this is graphic.
Mm-hmm.
I clicked on it.
You clicked on it.
It's bad looking on his leg.
I saw a picture with it like wrapped up. And
it kind of looks like, I'm not making fun of anyone with this. I'm just stating something. It kind of looks like a small tumor-esque on the out. It's bad looking. It is.
Well, hopefully it can be treated. I think he said he's going to do radiation, I think.
Yes.
Chemo, I think. So, our thoughts are certainly with him. I hope he kicks cancer's ass because I fucking hate cancer.
Yeah, I hope so too. It's fuck cancer.
Yeah.
Yep, fuck cancer.
In legal news, Greg Hamilton, announcer for WWE, has threatened legal action against rapper Westside Gunn for using audio of Hamilton's voice without his permission. It's in the song Undertaker versus Bill Goldberg. And
that's a song?
It is a song. So if you want to go and listen to it, you can hear it for yourself. It's basically Greg Hamilton doing the introductions for Undertaker and Bill Goldberg. And that's it. But he is threatening to sue, and he's saying, if you don't take this down, then the fines and all that are going to go up, or whatever I charge. So we'll have to see what action is made. In some happy news, Carmella and Corey Graves announced that they are now engaged. So over the week, Carmella celebrated her birthday, and she posted a picture on Instagram saying "best birthday ever" with them kissing and her showing off the ring. So congratulations to the happy couple. Hope it goes well.
Yep.
Never mind. I'm gonna keep it positive here. Rose to the Top. They had their season finale. We've kind of touched base on a good chunk of this. I found it very interesting that Matt Jackson's face was blurred out during one of the backstage segments.
I must have missed that.
Yes. So further teases that there is some kind of disconnect between them all. So
unless he said, I don't want to be on your show.
And that could be it. He's saying, I don't want to be on your show. Screw you. I don't want to be on it. So they blurred his face out. But one person whose face they might not have blurred out was Abaddon. on Reddit, they posted a screenshot of her, like, on her phone on the season finale and compared it. It's like, well, she has the red hair, the tattoo matches, like, that's her. So we're not going to show it, but if you want to do some research, it is there. So, and apparently this isn't the first time they've done something like this. Apparently Evil Uno was shown without his mask on an episode of Rhodes to the Top. So there you go. That's pretty much all I have. I don't know about you, but I'm kind of hungry. I think it's hamburger time. But before we get into that, I almost forgot.
Do it.
We got ourselves an Elite Crate. This is the all-new, all-Elite Crate that AEW is offering. We ordered this. Was it back in July?
Yep. I'm gonna stand over there.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well,
No?
I mean, you're on screen and all that.
Oh,
So.
I'll be on your screen.
What I can do is I can
Do that so I can see.
Yeah, that way you can see it a little better.
Yay.
So we'll open this. It took quite a while for it to arrive. I think it was stuck in Houston for about a week, 8 days more to be precise. So I haven't looked into what they sent, so I wanted to try and keep myself in suspense, keep myself surprised. It's just a simple box, all Elite Crate. There you go. We'll go ahead and open this bad boy up. Ooh, we got ourselves a pen. Oh, this is going to be a cool pen. It is Dr. Britt Baker, DMD,
Ooh.
Hardcore Legend.
Oh, nice.
Heck yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
There you go. If you want to.
It says All Elite. Oh, yeah. If you see the... That's shiny. I can't tell. Crate. All Elite Crate on it.
Okay. Here it is. Full Gear 2021 Crate. Take photos or post an unboxing video. Tag us. Hashtag All Elite Crate. One lucky subscriber wins 2 front row seats to AEW Dynamite. The other side of this card contains spoilers for this crate, so we will not be showing that just yet.
Interesting.
We have a patch. We've got ourselves a patch. Want to take any guesses?
Britt Baker.
It is not Britt Baker. It is a circle. It is a circle.
Inner Circle
Jerk. It is not Inner Circle. It is the Dark Order. That's right.
I'm part of the Dark Order. So is my son.
Bring the boy along. There you go. Let's see what we got. We've got a little advertisement for Full Gear taking place Saturday, November 13th, live on pay-per-view.
Hell yeah.
So maybe I can talk to my boss about having that particular day off, and maybe we can watch it together.
Hell yeah.
Got an All Elite Crate sticker.
There you go.
Pretty cool. I'm liking it.
Put it on your head.
Now, I did tell them what shirt size that I wear, so we do have 2 shirts in here. And right off the bat...
Noise.
Let me set this down so I can show off what we got. Here we go. The first T-shirt. It is a Kenny Omega shirt. Yo, y'all.
Nice.
Yes.
Huh.
Not too bad. Pretty cool. Now, I don't know if these are available in the shop or if they're like custom for this.
Maybe, man. I do not know.
Oh my goodness.
There we go.
This is probably this is very fitting. We have a Hangman Adam Page bottle opener saying "Hold my beer."
That's awesome.
I like that. I like the themes. I'm digging it. All right, second shirt we have. Let's see what we got here. Oh, yep, we do have an Inner Circle shirt. Check that out.
Wow.
That's really cool.
That is cool.
I'm liking that.
Oh, nice.
All skulls.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, let's see what we've got now. We've got a Micro Brawler.
Oh, you got one. Which one did you get?
We got
Sting. You got Sting.
Heck yeah.
That's
We've
cool.
got ourselves a little Micro
I've seen
Brawler
pictures of the
there.
mini Micro Brawlers, but I have not gotten one. I want to, I don't know, get Orange Cassidy or something.
Yeah. Let's see what we got now. We have, this is awesome. We have a finger skateboard. I'll give you one guess.
Darby Allin?
Darby Allin finger skateboard.
That's cool. I wouldn't imagine other wrestlers having that.
Yeah. Very exclusive there. Looks like we got a poster.
Ooh.
And it is Moxley versus Omega.
Dude, that's cool.
Hell yeah. Especially if you would get it autographed. That'd be badass.
I love that.
Unsanctioned lights out match.
Dude, that's fucking cool.
That is very cool. Saturday, November 9th, 2019. Baltimore, Maryland. All right. I have to hold on to that. Maybe get that
cool
autographed. Oh. And this looks to be the last thing. We have an All Elite Crate official All Elite Wrestling autograph.
Whose autograph?
Let's find out. Let's see what we got here.
Get the Glock on.
Ooh. That's pretty cool.
Dun, dun, dun.
Hikaru Shida.
Ooh.
With the official sticker as well.
Add it to your collection, sir.
There you go. Not too bad. I say, man, that's a pretty good buy.
So that was a great box.
They do it. So they do it quarterly. And what's funny is that Here's
your pen, sir.
Oh, thank you. I had not yet received this, and they were already like, hey, your subscription is coming up. Do you want to continue? And I did not cancel it. So we will be getting another one of these.
Fuck yeah.
I think next year. So, I can't talk there. So really cool stuff.
You think like once AEW keeps on going throughout the year, still like do it like more like.
I think a quarterly works because it's not.
Don't want to do it monthly.
You don't want to overdo it.
No, yeah.
Sometimes less is more, and I think I think a quarterly box. I think I'm okay with keeping my subscription for that. Because if you're getting 2 shirts and all these other cool things.
You stopped the what's the other boxes like years ago? I forgot.
The loot crates and all that.
Loot crates.
Yeah.
You do like a Marvel one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Something else. I don't know what you did.
So all in all, we got the Dragon Kenny Omega t-shirt, the Skulls Inner Circle t-shirt, the Sting Micro Brawler, the Hangman Adam Page bottle opener, Moxley vs. Omega Full Gear 2019 poster, Hikaru Shida autographed 8x10, Britt Baker hardcore lapel pin, Darby Allin finger skateboard, Dark Order circle patch, and an All Elite Crate logo sticker.
Oh, cool.
I'd say all in all, pretty good value, a lot of bang for your buck. So if that's something that interests you, you can go to
I don't think WWE has ever done something like that.
They did for a short time. I don't know if they still do it, but
I would be interested, not now, but I would be interested in getting one in the future.
Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to see what the next one's going to be.
So did you know that they were going to give you 2 shirts?
I may have read it when they
because you knew that they were going to give you one.
Yeah, I knew I was going to get at least one.
Okay,
so that's pretty cool. Let's sweat, bro. So that's going to do it for this week. Thank you all so much for tuning in. If you have any questions for us, feel free to leave it on our Facebook page, WNS Podcast, our YouTube channel, WNS Video. You can check us out on WrestlingNewsSource.com, WrestlingNewsSource.com on Facebook. You subscribe to our show on iTunes by searching Wrestling News Source Podcast.
We're on Stitcher, Beyond Pod, Player.fm, Satchel, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon Music. Just search Wrestling News Source Podcast.
You can also follow us on Twitter at WNS Podcast. You can follow me on Twitter at DRHPro. You can follow Tyler at Tyler_Abear.
Pro.
Also on Instagram, Abear_mode, DRH_pro. On TikTok, DRH Pro, Abear mode on TikTok. I'm also on Twitch sometimes now. At DRH Pro. So for the podcast crew, I am Dane O'Haron.
I'm Tyler Abear.
And we will catch you all hopefully next week.